Hello, I'm Carla Garcia, and today in Lockdown Live, I'm going to be talking with one of the faces behind the Instagram account COVID Art Museum. Hello, how are you?
Hi, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
Great. It's a pleasure to meet you. I mean, finally
So
to
good
see
to have
to see
yeah,
the face behind the COVID Art Museum.
right. Yeah, 1/4 of it to be exact, but yeah, definitely.
No, I mean, I love the account. So
Thank
it's
you so much.
it's a great concept you've created.
We really appreciate that. Thank you.
So how did all these began? Like, was it you that came with the idea or someone else?
Um, well, yeah, it was not me personally. We are, like I mentioned before, we are 4 people in the team. 3 of them are in Spain, Barcelona, and I am in Cologne, Germany. And the 3 of them, when the quarantine in Spain started, they were going through the social media, and we could sense a lot of artwork coming up connected to the corona crisis, to the pandemic, and how people felt through it. And we started asking ourselves, what is going to happen with all this artwork when all this is over? Like, is it just going to be gone and that's it? And we thought, no, we don't want that. We want a space where it can be gathered. So that's how the idea was born.
So you were already working in the art industry then, or?
No, not really. We're just actually art enthusiasts. We love art. We follow a lot of art accounts, so that's how we started to see it. But I mean, we're the 3 of them are art directors, and I am a project manager, and I do a lot of things with social media. But also, I am really interested in art since I do make art myself, not paintings or anything like that. I'm a musician, but still, there's some kind of curiosity to it. So that's how we got to it.
That's great. And because obviously it got quite big. It's got over 80,000 followers already.
Yeah.
That's insane. I mean, were you expecting to get this popular or?
Not at all. Not at all. Like I said, we didn't really even have that big of a plan when we came up with the idea. We just started it because we wanted to. And then, luckily, very short after we started, we had the coverage by the magazine Time Out from Spain. And also we had another coverage by Arte Informado. That was kind of like we had kind of like a collaboration with them. And then when we had the first piece in Spanish TV, it started flooding like crazy. People were coming in, and we were like, okay, we were not prepared for this, but we're gonna try to handle it.
I mean, that's great because obviously you said you're in Germany and the other 3 are in Barcelona, right? So
Right.
how do you work together? Like, are you just, I don't know, how did you know each other before these, and how did you connect to create these?
One of the people in the team, Irene, she was my host sister when we were in Spain. We were in the same family in the United States. We shared the same family when we did our exchange when we went to high school, and we've known each other for over 10 years now. So when they started the project, they involved me from the very beginning. I could, like see everything, but I was not a fixed part of the team yet. But as the project grew, I always helped them out to write the copies for the press and everything. And then we just decided that I should join. So that's how this happened.
That's great. I mean, I love it. So how do you think people are actually like with the art that they're sharing with you? How do you think it reflects the situation and the COVID and all we're living at the moment?
I think it expresses it very well because art itself has become very expressive during this time. I think even more than it was already, because it just shows how people go through it. When you go to the page, you see like a lot of people showing quarantine situations, or the face mask as a symbol that is always there. So I think it's gotten very expressive, and you can get a sense of what this time is like.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, for me, the Venus with the face mask, the mark, I love it. I think it's really creative. So what are your favorites art pieces that have been shared in the Instagram account?
I have them here. I saved a little to be prepared so I can also show them. One of my all-time favorites, and I think it's so simple, but I think my favorite color is blue. So I think this is why I'm so driven to this one. It's this picture.
Oh, yeah.
And the story behind it is that it kind of reminds of the genie, you know, how blue he is. And the intention behind the art was, what would it be like in the current situation to actually have a genie, or to be the genie, to make these 3 wishes come through? Like, what would I really want the most right now? And I thought that was really inspiring, because there's a lot we're longing for, we're desiring. And I thought that was really nice. So that is definitely one of my absolute favorites.
It'd be great to have a genie right now.
Right. And then I have this one, which is also really simple, but so powerful in my opinion. It's this one, and it says, I really wish I could touch somebody right now, or I really want to touch somebody. And people who know me know I'm a hugger. Like, I love to hug people, and I'm really touchy when I speak with them. So that is something that I really miss. So that really spoke to me. Another one is this one of Frida Kahlo, who is one of my very favorite artists. So I think that is why. And what I also like is when older paintings are picked up and remixed, and something new is made out of it. So yeah, I think this one also.
I mean, I love it. I don't know. It's just,
Yeah.
I think it's really creative. I don't know. I would have never thought of doing something like that.
Right. People come up with really creative stuff. And then also what is very entertaining, and one of my absolute favorites, is the Yorkshires Sidewalk, where you can't really see here. It's like a slide, but when you slide, there's like videos, and there's a little sign that says you're now entering the zone of silly walking. And then you can see that they put up a camera, and as of that point, people start to walk the path like really crazily, and it's super funny. So I think that is also really nice.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's great that art is being more considered, like more,
Right.
yeah, more appreciated right now.
Definitely.
So do you think that this pandemic is going to change the way we appreciate art? Like, are we gonna start to appreciate it more in the future after everything we've been through?
Absolutely. There was one picture that I seen a couple days ago, which said like, don't ever say artists aren't important anymore, because imagine what this pandemic would be like without music, without painting, without, you know, little concerts or things like that. And I think that is really true. Art really does help people to cope with situations, or to express their feelings, whether it's joy, sadness, whatever. So I think people really did come to appreciate it much more than before.
I mean, because obviously I even get inspired, and I love art, but I'm not, like, I don't draw, I don't paint, I'm really bad at it. But what would you say, I don't know, are some artists that inspire you a lot right now? Just even if you don't actually create art, in terms of the, I don't know, the account and how you produce all that or get all that content.
Do you mean like actual names, or
I don't know, what artist or art pieces have you seen that have really inspired you right now, apart from the ones?
Art pieces that have really inspired me are those that give hope, that show how people deal with their internal feelings, because I feel like sometimes, especially in a really fast world, that gets lost sometimes. So pieces that really make you think, or that trigger something in you, are those that inspire me the most, and also make me want to get up and create something, or I don't know, just be creative. There was also one thing that I saw. There was a travel company, and they put up a contest where they asked the people to create a vacation inside their houses, and it was linked to a giveaway. And I immediately thought, I have like a blue sheet on my bed, and I immediately thought of it as water, and I felt like putting on a swimsuit and my goggles and take a picture as if I was swimming, you know, like things like that are really triggering a lot in my mind and inspiring me.
Because obviously, like, how are you living it in Germany right now? Like this whole lockdown. Because I'm in Spain,
Mm-hmm.
but in Germany, you've been going out a bit more, right? So
Yeah, it's not as strict. Whenever I talk to the other team members, they're like, "Oh, you know, we've been home for so many days," and I'm like, "Oh, you know, that is crazy to me because here you can still go outside. For example, me, I ride my bicycle every day if I can because I still have a full-time job next to the project. So whenever there's some free time, I just try to get outside a little bit and soak in the silence and just be one with my surroundings. And I feel like that is so important, and I can only imagine how hard it must be not being able to do that.
yeah, it kind of is. But so what do you have in mind when this finishes? Like, are you thinking of just shutting the account or keep going? What's gonna happen?
It's definitely going to stay. We plan for it to be an everlasting archive, just like a normal museum where people go in and look at paintings from several years ago. We want this to also be a museum, you know, like the name it is. Like people can come in and see, even after years, they will be able to go there and see what has happened in that time, what kind of art was created in that time. And also we have other plans to expand it a little bit, to maybe a physical or digital book or actual walk-in physical exhibitions. But since we're still limited in, you know, planning those things, it's nothing definitely planned yet, but we have like the blueprint already.
But are you still gonna post more art, or is just gonna stop after the lockdown and then just keep it as a museum?
I mean, what is really important for us right now is that the art that we feature was produced during the pandemic and has a link to the crisis. So I'm not really sure if there's still going to be art added that didn't that wasn't created during the pandemic, but we might. Like we don't limit ourselves yet, but right now our focus is definitely that it's created during the pandemic.
I mean, for me, I would love to go to a gallery and see all the art pieces.
Right.
It would be so nice. Well, this is pretty much all the questions I had.
Okay.
But it was so nice to talk to you and
Yeah.
just get behind the scenes of the account. I think
Right.
it's really good what you're doing. I love it. I love your work.
So much. We also really appreciate that. We appreciate everyone that is coming through and, you know, showing us some love, appreciating what we do, handing in their art. We're always happy to have more countries to join, because right now the contributions, the number of contributions from the countries are 96 countries. So we always love to see it expand and see it grow even more. So we're really happy that it happened the way it did, and we're really excited to see what else is to come.
Well, good luck with your project. I'm sure it will work out after the pandemic as well. So
Thank you so
thank
much.
you. Thank you so much for coming. Bye.
Bye.